We all love our pocket money, isn't it? Wherever the money comes from, either it may come from your parents or either it may come through your salary. But at the end of the month, have you seen one common thing? Yes, we are not able to manage either our budget, either our finance, or either our expenditure, and we end up with having a blank wallet, isn't it? At an individual scale, we fail to manage our budget and even our expenditure. So have you ever thought about it? If we fail to manage our expenses, how would be the government managing the whole country's budget? And the answer to this we are going to discuss in this 5-minute series, that is fiscal policy. So today let us understand what is fiscal policy in one of the most simplest and in generic way. Fiscal policy is nothing but it is a government strategy of managing its budget through revenue collection, the money which comes in the government mainly through taxes, and expenditure, that is money which goes outside of the government for influencing the country's economy. And expenditure is nothing but, of course, revenue expenditure, that is either salaries, or capital expenditure, that is nothing but which is done for either construction of roads or something extra, right? So whenever we try to maintain or manage the budget, that is revenue and expenditure of whole country, the policy through which the government does this whole process, that is called as fiscal policy. It is a very critical tool used by the government to achieve its economic objectives. And the economic objectives of the countries are, yes, to control the inflation, to boost its growth or stimulate its growth development, reduce the income inequality, redistribution of the wealth. These are some of the objectives. Let us see what are the different tools of fiscal policy, what are the different ways through which government tries to manage its budget. First is public expenditure. To make an economy run of any country, of course, government has to spend. It may be spending for salary, it may be spending for any government scheme, it may be spending for any construction of bridge, road. This comes in public expenditure. Then comes taxation. This is the most common means through which money comes to the government. And third is, if government falls short of any of its money or any of its overall revenue, then of course government can go for public borrowing, through which government can borrow some money and use it for its needs. These are the tools of fiscal policy. Now let us understand what are the three important stances of fiscal policy, depending on which what are the three types of fiscal policies. Stances in the sense, how does government keep the stance according to economic situation in a country. The first stance is expansionary stance, the second stance is contractionary or tightening stance, and the third is neutral stance, right? Based on these three stances, there are three types of fiscal policies. The first fiscal policy is expansionary fiscal policy, which is nothing but the mechanism is to increase the aggregate demand. And how we are going to increase the aggregate demand? Of course, by increasing government spending. It is nothing but, if you see a business cycle, whenever economy is going through an expansion phase, to push the economy in investment, in production, and in overall GDP, this expansionary fiscal policy is to push the overall growth. Contractionary or tightening fiscal policy is where the overall reduction of the demand is done by spending by spending cuts or by cutting down the overall government spending. Now this contractionary policy is done whenever any economy or any government is in the contractionary phase. So it is not about pushing the growth, it is about pulling it. Then comes a neutral stance, where neutral policy neither stimulates nor restrains the economic growth. Okay, so all these three are the mechanisms of the fiscal policies: expansionary, contractionary, and neutral. Now what are the objectives of each fiscal policy? We will see. So expansionary policy has an objective to reduce the unemployment and boost the GDP. कोई भी country अगर grow करना चाहती है तो of course the approach or attitude of the government is expansionary, to increase the investment, to increase the production, to increase the overall GDP. Similarly, if any country wants to reduce the inflation, so whenever a country reaches at the peak, overheating हो जाती है, automatically inflation will increase. Inflation will actually create hiccups for the overall economy, and that is why at that time that growth has to be controlled. To control the growth, of course, government will take not expansionary for further heating up of economy, it will take an contractionary or tightening fiscal policy. So this will reduce the inflation. Then comes neutral policy, where it is just about maintaining a status quo of the economy. जो चल रहा है उसे चलने दो. Then comes cautions. Now, whenever any government of any country takes different types of these three policies, either expansionary, contractionary, or neutral, each one has a caution. For example, a country who is going into an expansionary phase, as well as a government who is taking stance of expansionary fiscal policy, there are high chances that there may be inflation in that economy. So that has to be taken care. Similarly, a country which is going either through an contractionary phase, that is either through a slowdown or a recession or a depression, all these countries here the problem would be of unemployment and low growth, or maybe stagnated growth. So therefore, this care has to be taken during the contractionary stance. Contractionary stance or tightening fiscal policy, also care has to be taken that a slowdown should not convert into a recession, or either a recession should not convert into depression. I hope you understand. Neutral policy, whenever is there, a very care has to be taken that there shouldn't be stagnancy in the prevailing condition of the economy. And the last part is suitability. Always remember, in any country, if recession is there, to bring the country back from the recession and boost its economic activity, expansionary fiscal policy is used. For any country, if inflation is there and if the government wants to control the excess money supply in the market or in the economy, then definitely contractionary fiscal policy is done along with the monetary tightening. And at the same time, if any country is in economic equilibrium, at that time we will follow neutral stance. This is the three stances according to the three situations of the economy on the business cycle, and respective to that, these are the three types of fiscal policies: expansionary, contractionary, and neutral. I hope you understand. Then comes the cyclicality of the fiscal policy. It's nothing but it refers to the direction of the change in government expenditure and taxes relative to the economic output and condition. How government is approaching or changing the direction according to the overall economic condition. So if you see here, there are two types of cyclicality of fiscal policy. First is pro-cyclic and second is counter-cyclic. Pro-cyclic is nothing but, if you see in recession, it would be contractionary fiscal policy, which will reduce the government expenditure and increase the taxes. Similarly, when pro-cyclic is there during expansion or when the GDP is increasing, here overall expansionary fiscal policy is there, government expenditure increases and taxes are reduced. So outcome here you would see of pro-cyclic stance or pro-cyclic nature is it deepens the recession and amplifies the expansion. So if an economy is either in expansion or either in contractionary phase, if you are keeping an approach of pushing or pulling the economy in the same direction, that would be pro-cyclic. Counter-cyclic is nothing but if a government or if a country is in either expansionary or contractionary phase, and at that time you are changing your direction. That means if the government is in recession, then you will automatically choose an expansionary fiscal policy which is opposite to bring it back. Then if the government is in expansionary phase, then you will follow an contractionary fiscal policy to reduce the overheating of the economy, and this softens the recession and moderates the expansion. So pro-cyclic is nothing but जो आपका इकोनॉमिक साइकिल का या फिर बिजनेस साइकिल का चक्का होता है उसको आगे घुमाता है, एंड काउंटर साइक्लिक इज नथिंग बट जो आपका इकोनॉमिक या फिर बिजनेस साइकिल का चक्का होता है उसको रिवर्स में घुमाता है. ठीक है, दैट्स द सिंपल थिंग टू अंडरस्टैंड. देन कम्स ओवरऑल द डिफरेंस बिटवीन फिस्कल पॉलिसी एंड मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी. अगर मैं दोनों की बात करूं, यू ऑल नो अबाउट फिस्कल पॉलिसी गवर्नमेंट बजट मैनेज करती है, एंड मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी इट्स एन आरबीआई और सेंट्रल बैंक कंट्रोल्ड मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी. लेट अस सी द डिफरेंसेस. डेफिनेशन अगर हम देखें, फिस्कल पॉलिसी क्या होता है? मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी फॉर एडजस्टिंग, मैनेजिंग स्पेंडिंग एंड टैक्सेशन. मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी क्या होती है? सेंट्रल बैंक कंट्रोल मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी फॉर जस्ट मैनेजिंग द मनी सप्लाई. मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी एक्चुअली इन्फ्लेशन को कंट्रोल करने के लिए टारगेटेड होती है. फिस्कल पॉलिसी होती है बस आपका खाता या फिर आपका जो वॉलेट होता है गवर्नमेंट का, उसको मैनेज करने के लिए. देन कम्स इंस्टीट्यूशनल कंट्रोल, गवर्नमेंट मैनेजेस मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी, आरबीआई हियर इन इंडिया. The prime objective is to influence the economic condition. For fiscal policy and for objective of monetary policy, it is controlling the money supply and interest rates of banks in the country. Last is major tools. If you see, for fiscal policy, I already discussed about public expenditure, taxation, public borrowing. In case of monetary policy, it is all the interest rates like bank rate, cash reserve ratio, statutory liquidity ratio, etc. So through this, I hope that we are clearly explaining what is fiscal policy to you. In next lecture, we'll discuss more such interesting topic. In the comment section, please mention which is the topic I should bring back in this 5-minute video series. Thank you very much. See you next time.